How many games you played so far? I'm on my 7th game right now. They still haven't started mine. Wonder how it works because motherfuckers ain't even talking to me and shit yet. Can I argue with the coach, you said? Oh, yeah. No. I let it go.
Anthony Davis, welcome back to NBA 2K TV, and more importantly, welcome back to the NBA 2K cover.
All right, thank you.
So in NBA 2K16, you shared a cover, a trio
Let's go.
with James Harden and Stephen Curry. Now you're the sole man on the cover of NBA 2K20. What does that feeling mean to you?
It's amazing.
Oh, I gotta switch this up. Where's the audio? There we go. Never had Popeye's day in my life.
Hey, there's the guy I'm looking for. How you feeling, Che? You ready to get this W?
You acting weird? I mean, really, you're making it more weird. What's up? Just tell me.
Okay, it's your clothes. They're a problem. You're a star now. You gotta act like one.
What's wrong with my clothes? What's wrong with them? I mean, they're great. I stand by this suit.
Is this thing even tailored? I'm not saying you have to come in here looking like Russell Westbrook with an astronaut helmet and suspenders, but you gotta put some effort in. If you want to wear a suit, that's great. That's a classic look, but go and get a nice one. And for the love of everything good in this world, please get it tailored. Act like you've been there before.
All right, I'm gonna get new clothes. Can I get ready for the game now?
You're the greatest.
Oh, good.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Just
Look, it's a nice problem to have, but when you're in the middle of a winning streak this long, it's hard to find fault with the team's play. But that doesn't mean we're not going to try.
Stop hating, Hank.
All right, once again, Hornet, I'm not hating. I'm just practicing tough love. It's because I love this team that I want to find any problems that are flying under the radar and fix them.
That's sleeping dogs lie, Hank.
Look, there's no doubt this team is playing tremendous.
let's go. Let's go. That works. Testing my damn audio.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Boston, they've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Charlotte, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And checking out Charlotte, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that. number 1 pick, and I'd always been a fan of his, so I felt like he was passing the baton, and I had to kind of do what he did. And then Shaquille O'Neal was Rookie of the Year before my. Always been a fan of his, so I felt like he was passing the baton, and I had to kind of do what he did. And then Shaquille O'Neal was Rookie of the Year before my.
You. Shit. You. I ain't hearing nothing on my YouTube right now. Fuck, he says it's good. Let's see. 2%. Ball shots. Camera. It looks like you don't only have the shot meter by your hands or by your feet. You can't have it both this year. By hands with splash, by hands with splat. Fuck the difference is. Let's see what splat is.
And the number 1 pick, and so for me, I looked at it as a pretty big weight, but the honor was more than the weight, and I was honored to be picked number 1, and I relished in that, and I had great teammates that allowed me to flourish in that role.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Williams with the block, and he gets it back. Williams with the defensive effort. Hornets trail by 3. Now Bridges, 17 points for him last game against Indiana. Backed him up.
He just
5 on the clock. Fires from deep.
Yeah.
With the clock winding down and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh yeah, I said that
When
to.
he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always
Oh,
going to be a
that. I
strength
think it's
for
about
him.
the.
Greg, he
the
keeps so
Raptors
many
shit.
possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be
Yeah, it's like,
aware
yo,
of this. When you don't put a
I was
body
crying
on
with
it, you
that
pay
shit.
the consequences.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That's good from Tice.
Well, last season, the chemistry for the Celtics, well, to put it nicely, it was lacking. I mean, they had friction over playing time. Players pointed fingers. Marcus Smart said it. I mean, they work together.
Charlotte making a switch here. Bacon's checked in. Shemi Ojeley's checked in for the Celtics. Batum scanning the floor. Fires from the wing. And he can't bank that one in. And Chris, just an uneasy silence in the Celtics locker room last season. The bench really not celebrating plays. How do they regain that joy?
Yeah, Kevin, it's so tough when you don't have good chemistry. You start with putting the team first. And leadership it starts with being a good follower. It starts with sacrifice.
Got a piece of it. Over to the left wing. To the middle. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Picked away.
Let's go.
Finished off the break. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Yeah, they ain't gonna lie, man. The career takes forever.
Monk for three. It's rebounded by Tice.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Yeah.
Outside,
What
Walker.
are they doing?
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Shot's good.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and one
I
opportunities.
just feel like going into that
And
shit.
the Hornets
it's
making a
hard.
change here. Rozier's
no
checked
badges.
in. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency
Who should
this
they do
past
it,
summer was
August?
Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
should end up
Rightfully
building.
so, Kevin. With Kemba,
I know that,
a
but
point
what's the
guard
primary
who
shooting and all
is
that shit?
in his prime. He's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
Well, the grit Williams played with is admirable. You love how he finishes despite getting roughed up a little bit.
Austin making a switch here.
That better.
Murray's checked
Nuts.
in. And that one falls for Williams.
Well, the former Tar Heel Marvin Williams isn't a
We should have last
primary
time.
offensive weapon on this team, but he could chip in with some solid shooting when other options are taken away.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Five on the clock. Murray outside. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. And C-Webb, as you mentioned, for Williams, he can shine if teams don't focus on him.
Come on,
Yeah,
shoot the
Kevin,
block.
he's always had a smooth skill set near the basket. Solid enough shooter from range to make you pay if you leave him alone.
That's just
Here's
he's the
Wanamaker.
shooter.
Down low. That
Very
one
good.
dropped for his second
Max
bucket.
says he's the
Mark him
shooter.
2 for 4.
Now he's watching on YouTube.
Hornets trail by
from
7.
work right now, that's why.
There's the pass to Bacon. Inside, Hernan Gomez.
Say he's gonna pass
Lays
first
it up
anyways.
and banks it in.
Yo, man, can you
And
hear
Gomez
Gates on
has
the
got
audio
his
too or
second
no?
basket of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Well, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, it hits you with the fadeaway.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
It's not going to be easy, but they've come this far. I mean, they're right here.
Let's go.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He has 7.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
And Batum kicks to Rozier. 1:11 left in the first. Pass to Williams. Here's Bacon. He's covered by Murray. Bacon's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Wanamaker. Rozier defending. To the paint. And it's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams with a clean look. They get it back. Pass to Bacon. Rozier looking around. Tries again. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Biombo, he's checked in for Williams. Baker. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biombo. Williams comes in for Hernan Gomez. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Dwayne Bacon. And it's Malik Monk in for Rozier. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Hayward, Daniel Tice out there with Tatum, and there's Kemba Walker. Now, here's Monk, guarded by Walker. That's tipped.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Marvin Williams.
He doesn't shy away from the physical aspect of the game. Hayward's gotten better at drawing contact over the years.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Yo, leave the chips alone, man.
And he can't get the first one.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find impact big man.
Yeah, well, G.A., remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside. But that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
Wait, you in NBA already?
Just a skinny kid coming out of college. Hayward's gotten much stronger and much better in a short period of time.
Oh, man.
Boston leading by 9.
5 hours.
To the inside.
To finish that shit last
Rebound by Williams. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
Shit.
Passes to Batum. Out left to the wing. Monk, no one around him. Off target with his 3. Williams with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Gordon Hayward.
I didn't even hit my alarm. I put my alarm for 2 hours.
Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, G.A., I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Walker. Batum grabs the miss.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Bangs home the trifecta. That's now 8 points for Williams.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Hayward looking over the floor. High, arcing shot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Monk with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Batum passes to Monk. Shoots the 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's Boston the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
Outside, Batum. At the top of the key, Bridges. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Bridges has got his 2nd basket of the night.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his 1st foul.
Oh, yeah.
Left side, Tatum. Hayward against Batum. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Tatum. Hayward's got 5 now.
You have to love Hayward's approach inside, doing damage against good defense.
And the Hornets call time here. Well, guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Zeller dishes to Williams. Monk for 3. Drops in the tray. Monk's got 8 here in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hayward outside. Walker looking for an opening. Lets it go with a three. Hornets with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving them that shot. Bad things will happen.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
The pass to Bridges. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
60% up and down.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Walker finds Tatum. Lock at 6. From 13, and that one is good. Tatum's got 13.
And you love the different ways that Tatum can score. Posting up, facing up, putting the ball on the floor. He's having a great night.
Monk for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
What time is it now? 1?
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime.
Badges up. That Hall of Fame makes it go quick as hell.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte.
So we got work.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Biombo comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Williams, he's checked in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Monk.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
You've got Bismack Biyombo. Rozier's out there with Batum. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. That one misses.
And after watching Willie Hernangomez, play a few seasons, it is clear he has skills on the offensive end. It's the rest of his game that needs a little bit of rounding up.
Walker's shot is off.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Batum passes to Rozier. Now, here's Bridges, guarded by Walker. Batum against Smart. From deep three-point range, Beaujolais grabs the rebound. As you mentioned, Hernan Gomez is a good option, Chris, for points at the center spot, but defensively still a work in progress.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a starting center at some point. You see the flashes on defense and with rebounding, but he'll just be a spot-up player until he can be a difference maker in those areas on a nightly basis.
For the lead, and too long on the shot. Charlotte in the lead. Here's Bridges.
Wow, this is smart.
And it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Walker. Boston again missing.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. The Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David? Thank you. Tice kicks to
Oh,
Walker.
you're killing me. Touch me the damn ball already.
And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That'll be his second foul of the game. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Charlotte. Then for the Celtics, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Shemi Ojeleye. And it's Jason Tatum in for Smart. And there's the feed to Hayward. And here's Walker outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Walker's got it all tied up now for Boston.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Tipped away and stolen by Hayward. For the lead, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Monk.
I love seeing Hayward get aggressive. I mean, get active and take on the D.
Hayward hits them both.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Batum attacking. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Monk for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Monk's got 15 points.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Oh.
Back to Hayward. Bridges with the steal. It's deflected. 1:52 left in the third. Tatum kicks to Tice. The Celtics working the ball around now. Hayward passes to Tice. That's tipped. Here's Walker. Off the left rim and out. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics value, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. And that one, good. Walker's got 15 points in just the second half. Batum with the ball. He's got 8. Pass to Monk. A 3-ball. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
43 seconds left to play in the third. Bridges for 3. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Walker. He's got 20.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
He can't get that one to fall. Hornets leading by 3. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And the hard work inside from Williams, easily earning the foul call because of his intensity.
The Hornets have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. And he's good on the second. Celtics trail by 4. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
I wonder what happened to the guy who had only 1 turnover in the first half. I mean, now his total's way up there.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Hornets. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Now, here's Monk. He's got 18. For the 3. No good that time. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum and Hayward are out on the wings. Then there's Daniel Tice. And there's Kemba Walker. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And you know Tatum has the capacity to do this. I mean, he makes plays even when he's not scoring.
And here's Batum. To the wing right side. Now Monk gets the three-pointer to fall. Monk's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hornets.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Batum brings the double team. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And it's denied. Tatum against Williams. The 15-footer. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hornets leading by 3. And Batum kicks to Williams. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Charlotte making a switch here. Biombo's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Cantor's checked in. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Biombo with the block. And they're able to recover. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping, the fast break chance. 1 for 3. Zeller finds Batum. Count it. And the Hornets lead by 5.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Here's Walker. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. In the corner, it's Bridges.
Let's talk about.
Passes it to Monk. Fires, high post. Rebounded by the Celtics.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And after an incredible rookie season, Jason Tatum back to earth just a bit.
Just trying to lose this game. How? We were down by like 3, now we're down by 10. They put me back in the game. Oh.
And that one falls for Zeller.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
Will it go? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
No good on the free throw. Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Monk comes in for Hernan Gomez. No good at the strip. Right this time, second misses also. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win.
Wow, y'all couldn't
block. And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Walker, bounce pass. Inside, it's deflected. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Hornets.
That free throw good from Walker.
An electrifying scorer. Walker, he'll burn you in so many ways.
Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Here's Bridges. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Ultimately, it's about getting my guys involved. That's what I thrive on. We all got to eat, ain't? I want none of my guys going home hungry.
You're a warrior poet, Sarge, like my main man, Tupac.
No, hold up. No, Tupac is not your main man, Hornet.
What? Sure he is.
Okay, name me one Tupac song.
You know what? I refuse to dignify this witch hunt with a response.
That's what I thought. All right, Sarge, favorite Tupac song?
I get around.
Straight banger. Love that
All
track,
right, no, that's enough out of you, Hornet. Look, Sarge, thanks so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you on.
Hey, anytime, Hank.
Yeah, Sarge, everybody. Man, I love hearing what he has to say. He's just a real interesting guy.
Yeah, well, why you gotta embarrass me like that in front of Sarge, Hank?
That is all on you, Hornet.
What?
Seriously.
I know plenty of Tupac. I just don't like being put on the spot like that.
Sure you do. All right, new sponsor of the show. Fellas, do you have low T?
Hey, man, everyone.
Now that's the way you do it, kid. Hey, you taking notes?
Yeah, man, I wrote in my special notebook.
I always knew you was a smart kid, man. I don't care what they say about you.
Hilarious.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Jay, get in here. I got some fun stuff for you today. It's time to figure out some shoes.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that face you're making. You like what I'm saying.
I love what you're saying.
So we got to figure out who deserves to be in business with you, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a privilege.
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, so just let me know who you want to approach, and we can make it happen.
Just like that?
Yeah, I can get you in the room with anybody. Who do you want to go to? Consider it done. Great choice, by the way.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
I'll let you know when it's time to take the next step.
All right, cool. See you.
See ya.
Alright. Let's see. Yo, put me as a starter already. Shit. Yeah,
Come out. So players have told us on NBA 2K TV that they've actually used 2K to sometimes scout opponents or play with teammates they haven't played with yet. Have you done any of that?
Oh, for sure. Multiple times. Back when I first got in the league, I would play 2K the night before a game, or depending on who we're playing, and just play and just see, let the computer play and just watch how, you know, the players do their thing. And now, okay, he likes to do this, he likes to do that. This is what we should run against them. This is what, you know, see, I should do that all the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Your jump start.
Another thing I love.
Just awful news this morning as we learned that one of the real bright spots of this NBA season, of course we're talking about Zion Williamson, will be sidelined for the foreseeable future with his injury.
Oh,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you echo the
He
sentiments
killing
of just about every basketball fan everywhere, Hornet. This is a guy unlike anything we've seen before in the association.
And the Celtics looking dapper, getting off the bus earlier. You've got to look your best coming into an opponent's. And before we...
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific.
Great vision, David. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Tatum and Hayward make up the 2 forward spots. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Championship caliber contenders. How do they stay motivated early in a season with so many games to play?
You know, it's hard. I think a lot of those guys, they're looking at, I would say now we're talking about load management for those type of teams. They're just trying to make sure their bodies, their minds are ready for that run. But usually those championship teams, they understand, they're motivated by winning. They get it together at the right time.
Here's DeRozan. The kick out to Walker. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Just careless. No other way to describe it to start the game. That's already his 3rd miscue.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. White comes in for Murray. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Marcus Smart. Fades away. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Boston.
Celtics leading by 8. Walker in the post. He's covered by Gay. Walker's shot is off. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Outside DeRozan. Aldridge trying to break free. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 7 points in the game.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Bounce pass from Tatum.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum,
72, I think.
Spurs trail by 8.
I'm good. 71 or 72. I have it at 73.
Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Tatum against DeRozan. From the stripe. Rebound, Kemba Walker.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Knocked away. It's stolen by DeRozan. Oh, and here comes Gay all alone. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Veteran move by DeRozan. Anticipates, causes the turnover, then sends him off to the races.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Trey Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. And then for Boston, Shemi Ojeley's checked in for Tatum. And Murray subbed in for Kemba Walker. Forbes dishes to White. Passes it to Gay. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Ojeley. To the left side wing. Here's Wanamaker. That shot no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
The balance between East and West after years of being dominated by the West is starting to even out some.
Lyles kicks to Carroll. Back to Lyles from deep.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Here's Murray. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Spurs trail by 6, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Let's take a look at the numbers for White. Last season's performance for him averaged about 10 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the calls.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind.
Where you at again?
Hey, they had their opportunities, but
What's your position
they
again?
choked from the line. Hard to win that way.
Yeah, you're going to need
and you can see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
How you going to master shooting if
Here's
you're
Wanamaker.
slashing?
Misses off the right iron. San Antonio's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Gay misses.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit. Last season, it took some time for the Spurs to gel with the early injuries and new faces. They played their best basketball down the stretch, took the second-seeded Nuggets to 7 games.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
From 13, good as the jump shot falls. In the back half of last season, the Spurs posting a 9-game winning streak. Steve, what changed for them?
You know, Kevin, for me, they toughened up their defense. They moved Jakob Poeltl into the starting lineup at the 5 position. And they found that chemistry and they got going.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach.
Who should have making pick
here tonight, guys?
Who should have making?
6 on the shot clock. Connects on the 17-footer. Now
just
a 2-point Celtic lead.
Okay. Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Wanamaker the pass to Ojale. Nice ball movement by Boston. And stolen by White. Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's a minute left to play in the first. Here's Gay. And he hits it to tie the game up.
I like how he absorbed contact. Really gave with the body control to finish through it.
Wanamaker the pass to Murray. That 3 off the mark.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Lyles. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
It's Aldridge at the power forward with Poeltl at center. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2 guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Left side, Smart. Offensive rebound. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
I put it for 12-minute quarters. You did 12-minute quarters too, right?
A ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Yeah, easy call.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Good on the second free throw.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan.
You put it on Hall of Fame too?
Murray's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Aldridge kicks to Walker.
Oh, yeah. People are buzzing if they even think that's going to work.
And Boston with the rebound.
But you know what it is?
Following this one, they get
like
to host the
I was watching this dude earlier,
yesterday,
and he bought BC, went straight to 85. But he had no badges.
Not just a score in this offense.
Going into it, you gotta work on your badges. Badges is all to get this time. It ain't like last year.
It's deflected. They get it back. Here's Pirtle. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Pass to Tice. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the foul on Marcus
And they got
Smart.
attributes for 100,
That's his
50,
first foul.
200. You wasted VC already, man. Better stop. The highest I can get right now is highest I can get right now is 86. No, you only need to spend $50, man. The hell is wrong with y'all? Yeah, it's alright. You listen. This big head motherfucker don't listen shit.
So it's the Spurs now. Murray outside. Stolen by Walker. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Walker's running. Count that one. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, smart heads up defense by Walker, setting up the break. He's so good at coming up with those steals without putting himself or his team at risk.
Pirtle, no one around him.
You did the same thing I told you, freaking pig.
There's no bigger play in a close game.
Man,
than
don't
a
listen for
putback
nothing.
slam.
My mute or something?
Got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up.
It's like the third time, man. Like
19 points for Kemba Walker.
Stands edition, $50. It's like $5 more. You get $100 more BC, right?
Tonight.
Murray finds Aldridge. Outside DeRozan. 124 left now here in the second.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
He don't like reading, man.
Send a
He
message
don't like
with
reading.
that slam, I think. And there's the pass to Tice. Back to Walker. To the paint. Pirtle with the steal. Walker with it. Kicks to Murray. Back to Walker. Here's the 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Boston the other way. Right side, Smart. Here's Tice. And it's
Yeah,
shot back by Aldridge.
Aldridge has all the tools to protect the rim. He's
Yeah,
only
I
averaged
should-
one block a
I should
game
do that anyway,
for his
just kill
career,
my dub.
but he got it done on that play.
I'm gonna ruin every cutscene before it even starts.
Murray against Walker. Down low, Aldridge. Rebound, Boston. Tice has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I like the scenes, how
To the
they
middle.
look.
Here's
They did
Hayward.
graphics pretty good this year.
From down in the low post, it goes. Hayward's got 5 now.
There's the versatility we talk about. Gordon Hayward able to score on all 3 levels.
Here's DeRozan. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Spurs lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio.
Game goes.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And the Spurs with possession. It's a 1-point game on the floor for Boston. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Ojale in at the 2.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Back to Walker. Shoots over White. Walker's shot is off.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And foul on the
I try to
shot,
put-
so he'll get a chance at the line. Smitty, lately we're
I try to
seeing
put
more deep
punish on my damn
three-pointers
dude.
than
It
ever
says against
before.
the characters.
Think
It's,
you could
bad
step
word. I
out
said,
to
"You
that
serious?"
35-foot
My character
mark?
has no
Hey,
name.
Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers.
What team
This
you
is
on?
fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
the
One
hell
of the
you think
cases
go
where
there?
height fails to tell you the whole story.
What made you
White
go
the
there?
pass to Lyles. Gay outside.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna have no assists. The team gonna be harder to play with.
It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Who you have?
A rebound by the
Who's on that
Spurs.
team?
Gay's got 8 rebounds in this game. He dishes it to White.
You gonna make it. You gonna struggle. You gonna struggle. I'm gonna.
And White
You gonna
slams it
struggle.
in.
I'm gonna
Just
make it
rubbing
harder
it in
and
their
shit.
faces with that.
You gonna make it harder for your damn
He
self. You'll
is
see.
never gonna
You gonna
take
get
his
no
foot
damn
off the
championship.
And the
All this
defense
BC you
knows
can get
he's
is by
relentless.
beating the
You have to
championship and all that extra
and
stuff.
match
You
that
gonna waste all
intensity.
that bullshit.
Here's Walker.
You'll see.
Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
AP's
Walker's
still
got
trying to read
25
right now. Leave
points.
him alone.
You got a shot.
Trying to read the
Walker.
screen
His
right now.
mid-range game is on point.
He's struggling. That's exactly what he's doing. That's
Walker
why.
against
He's
White.
struggling right now.
Pass to Forbes.
I put an attribute here.
To the
Right
paint.
there.
Here's Carroll. Pass to White.
See?
6 to shoot. From the arc. Ojale grabs the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. To the inside.
Let's go.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 12.
And they are attacking the
Celtics.
rim and getting great results.
I just see what team is
And
bigger.
so White
So I'll go
will
by
bring it up for the Spurs.
position.
Inside. Here's Lyles. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Lyles got 14 points.
And knocking
Small forward.
down
You know,
shots
people need
in
small
the
forward.
mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
AP
No
trying to
good
read
with
right
the
now.
elbow
Leave him
jumper.
alone.
Spurs leading by 3. And White kicks
Yeah,
to
but-
Lyles.
He had difficulty reading. Leave him
Spurs
alone.
passing it around. To the inside. Stolen by Walker.
Yeah, finish
And
that, Tatum.
pushing it up. Here's
There you
Boston.
go.
And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
White the pass to Forbes. Gay with it. Down low. Here's Lyles. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. And the Spurs lead by 3.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
To the paint. It's intercepted. Pass to White. Back to Forbes. Now here's Gay. 12 points for him. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Over the years, Rudy Gay has added a lot of bulk to his frame. You see it right there off contact.
Walker against White, and Walker kicks to Ojale. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Boston, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Boston also with the sub. Smart's checked in for Semi Ojale.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out to DeRozan, takes the 3, drains
He
it
was
from
practice
beyond
right
the
now
arc.
with Julie running.
DeRozan's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
Well, we're seeing the defense make adjustments, but DeRozan is making great reads, finding ways to counter.
From deep, Walker unable to get that one.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball.
I think I earned 3
Give him
so far
credit for
total.
keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. White and DeRozan are in the backcourt. Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Carroll in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio foul. No good on that one.
You're allergic to seafood, motherfucker.
If
you're allergic to seafood, nigga. Go over there and learn how to read the signs. Make sure you get to the island okay, alright? Make sure you make the left and the right. The big red thing is to stop, alright? Big red thing is called stopping. At least you know your colors so you can fucking stop, go, so you won't get no tickets and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Shot clock at 6.
Get the feet out.
And Poeltl pulls
207, yeah. Not 207, 207.
Number 10 tonight with that last one. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard
leave the reading to the good people, all right?
Difference maker.
You know what?
He's struggling with shit. He leaving. He not going to City Island. He about to go offline, trying to figure out this whole shit. He don't want to make nobody make fun of him and shit while he reading this shit. I mean, it's funny, man. He help. Let me know.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th.
Listen, see? It's always the kids that didn't know how to read and want to fight and shit.
I like that
approach. Look, he left.
Inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Walker against White to the middle.
AP the one that used to read
and finished
ahead of
by
like,
DeRozan.
that's my line. Trying to read ahead of the class and shit. Trying to be smart. It's still fucking.
Walker surveying the floor. Pass to Tice. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Ken is checked in for Boston. Hayward comes in.
Keep putting me out of the game. Put me in the damn game. Doing better than the whole damn Senate. Damn, I'm on 3 my answer.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. Inside.
Oh, man, come on. You should pass the ball like 8
pretty
times.
Good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
Yep, that one goes in there. 25 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And you could tell DeMar DeRozan wanted that one. Big-time shot maker. Give him the rock.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're up by 5. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And he makes that one. And the Celtics lead by 7.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Nice. He signed up for another year.
DeRozan against Hayward. And the call on the shot that sends him
He
to
signed
the line.
another contract. He's still coming off the bench, right? He's still
DeRozan,
an
a raw
asset.
athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's
to the paint. Here's Murray. Boston's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Walker finds Smart. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 5 to shoot.
Let's go.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Tatum against DeRozan. Over Tatum. Got a piece of it. Austin with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. The Celtics working the ball around now.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Savvy assist by the veteran Aldridge. Sees the missed defensive rotation and takes advantage.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're in front by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall.
Starter right now, making all this progress.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart thanking you for being with us. So long.
Hey, Jay, I got a media request for your radio.
Okay. Let's go. There we go.
Let's just go over here.
All right.
Excuse me. Here, go ahead and put these on.
Yes.
Yeah, just like that. Oh, hey. Yeah, he's here. Jay, you're on.
Okay. Jay, welcome into the show. You're on with Hank and the Hornet. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So you're pretty new to this, Jay. I'm just wondering, how do you see yourself fitting in with the team going forward? What's your role going to be?
My role is just to do what I have to do to get us some wins. You know, we have some great fans here, and I really just want to make them proud.
So what's been the most surprising thing about being an NBA player?
Just how much I was able to learn from my teammates. You know, all these guys are great at what they do, and to be in this environment is pretty amazing. So I'm trying to soak up everything like a sponge.
Good stuff, Che. Well, I tell you what, we'll let you get back to the locker room, but thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem, bro.
Keep it real, broski.
Good stuff, Rick.
Thanks, homie. What's up, bro? Yeah, that was unfortunate.
How's he liking the city?
Oh, he's loving it. Loving it a lot more now he's gotten off the bench, too. There he is.
Hey, guys.
Che, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Take a seat, fellas.
All right,
Let's
cool.
talk.
Yeah.
So, I want you to meet Don, the rep from Jordan.
Big fan of yours, Che. It's really great to meet you.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm excited to be here with you.
I think it's safe to say we're all excited about potentially working together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what do you say we just jump right in, start talking contracts?
Yeah, let's do it. Works for me.
Let's do it.
Nah, yo. I ain't going on. Nah, that.
Pretty painless, huh?
For you, maybe, but I gotta justify these numbers to my bosses.
Don, that is no way to treat your new star.
Look, man, you know I'm just playing, right? Nothing but love over here. Seriously, Che, we are really excited to bring you into the Jordan family, and we think this partnership's got a great future.
I appreciate that, Don.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. You know, whenever you get an athlete of Che's caliber to join your team, that's a reason to celebrate. And the Jordan team is thrilled to have him on board. All right, I know you all want to talk to him, so we'll get right to it and toss it to Che for questions.
Ted the man, what's up?
Congrats on the new deal, Che. So what's it mean to sign a deal like that at this stage of your career?
You know, Ted, it's pretty awesome. You know, growing up playing basketball, that was always a big dream, being repped by a shoe company, so it's a real thrill. Okay, I'll take another question. Vinny, what's up?
Now that you got all that shoe deal money, you planning on splurging a little?
Oh, I'm gonna splurge a little.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Let's see, I'm gonna buy myself a Lambo.
That's a crazy expensive car, isn't it?
Well, I'm a crazy talented individual. It comes with the territory, Vin. Come on.
All right, we got time for one more question. Patty.
Any plans to release a signature shoe?
I mean, that's the goal, yeah? I believe in myself, so why shouldn't I believe I deserve my own shoe?
All right, that's all the time we have questions for. I want to thank everybody for attending, and of course to Che, too, for being so kind to give us a few minutes during his busy schedule.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, Patty, we got to sit down for the interview.
You know it.
We'll have more of Chris's sit-down with Anthony Davis later this season, but right now we have gameplay director Mike Wang in the house for the first 2K20 expert tips. Hey Mike, welcome.
Thanks so much for having me here.
Yes, Mike. Now, what can we share with the fans today?
Yeah, well, the first thing to mention is probably that if you've played 2K for a while, the major controls are all the same, so you'll feel right at home with 2K20. But dribbling has changed a little bit, so this year you do everything with each flick of the stick. So if you tap up on the right stick, for example, this year, instead of getting a whole slew of moves, you get just a simple crossover, single between the legs, and this changes based on the player.
In terms of shooting, I know.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Boston Celtics.
Get hip or get stung.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, 2K Sports fans. We've got the Dallas Mavericks against the Celtics out in Boston. Well, for Boston, after 8 games, they're an outstanding 7-1. Things have come together for them very quickly here early in the season.
The John Hancock Tower rise, and with David, thanks for that report. You're right, not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that.
There's a lot of fouls to give tonight.
Yeah, that's a great observation by you, Kevin. And when you have that kind of circumstance where your bench is deep, it allows you, I think, to bring an aggressive mindset in terms of how you're going to defend and how you're not going to allow easy baskets because you're able to foul and not be so concerned about foul trouble.
Walker finds Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 6 points for Jason Tatum.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Doncic passes to Kleba. He doesn't hit that one. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Greg, you know, it was 1-1 split from two teams on the opposite side of the standings. And, you know, as we've said many times, anything can happen when you play out of conference.
Doncic kicks to right. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Ojale is checked in for Boston. Murray comes in for Walker. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Wright.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Doncic kicks to Kleba. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, a big summer for the Mavs here in 2019. Huge cap room. They were looking to stock up on veteran talent while Doncic was still on that rookie contract. Pretty solid position for the Mavericks.
You talk about the aggressive summer for the Mavericks. The max extension for Porzingis was a given.
Yeah, I agree. And you take a look at what else they needed. More shooting, two-way veteran players if they're going to make a push for the playoffs.
Celtics leading by 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Boston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Wright.
He's becoming more comfortable in tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
To the right side. Passes to Wanamaker. There's the triple. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Curry kicks to Brunson. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Pass to Tice.
Let's go.
Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's Ojale, the coast-to-coast dunk.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Mavericks trail by 9. Doncic feeling it out. The 10-footer. And he hits the jump shot. Doncic has got 8 points. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Kleba, no good. Celtics leading by 7. To the inside. Got a hand on it. Curry against Murray. Over in the corner, Doncic. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. He's got 10.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Pass to Tice. Murray left side. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Doncic. Curry wide open. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists here tonight. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Celtics passing it around. And the pass to Murray. Ojale kicks to Tice. Passes it to Wanamaker. 5 to shoot. From deep. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped his scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
Down low.
Wow.
The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Dallas. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Kleba. Now here's Brunson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
So it's Gordon Hayward making things happen for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Doncic. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Tice kicks to Walker. Pass to Tatum. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. We've got Hayward. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And there's Kemba Walker. That's the Boston 5.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball, most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
Shot clock at 5. Hardaway for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Here's Finney-Smith from outside off the mark. Celtics trail by 13. They double-team Walker. Curry against Tatum. Shoots over Curry, and there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 8 points.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Dallas.
Finney-Smith passes to Kleba. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
We are seeing Hardaway Jr. at his very best. Sometimes he flat out can simply take over games with his scoring ability.
Here's Tatum. Kleba with the rebound. And the Mavericks with possession. Outpacing them right now in a 15-2 run. Wright finds Curry. And Curry with the stuff.
It helps when Seth Curry is on the attack. He wants to get as close to the rim as possible.
Well, the Celtics shooting 43% from the field. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There you go, Kemba.
Here's Walker. And the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Curry is inside. Guarded by Tatum. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Walker. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Picking up his 2nd foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Wright, the pass to Curry. Back to Wright. In the corner, it's Kleba. No good on the 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The 11-footer, and there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Curry dishes to Wright. Now Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Shoots. Doncic, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
It's tipped, but they get it back. Kleba kicks to right.
I got Kleba.
Back to Kleba. Outside Curry. Over Hayward. Curry, good. Curry's got 11 points.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Here's Walker. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Tell you what, Walker is an exceptional scorer. I mean, a clever guard who wreaks havoc with his quickness and ball skill.
Celtics have gone 6 of 11 from the line tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Lets it go from deep, and Doncic gets it to go. He's got 15.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there, expanding his game.
And so it's Dallas with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out. On the Mavericks with some changes. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Hardaway, and it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. On the perimeter, it's Curry and Doncic. Then it's DeJuan Wright. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Here's Doncic. 19 points in the game. Fades back. They grab their own miss. Marjanovic. And it's blocked. 3-on-3. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Celtics passing it around. Doncic comes with the double team. 6 to shoot. And it's Tice in the corner. No good on the triple. Dallas leading by 5. Here's Doncic. It's blocked. 3-on-3. Walker with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land. Walker's got 8 here in the quarter.
Walker ready to shoot as soon as he catches the ball there. Great anticipation from the veteran guard.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg. Everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Curry against Walker. Right outside. To the paint. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. And Boston with the rebound.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
And it's Tice in the corner. Pass to Ojala. The 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Finney-Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Curry's shot is off.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. but they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Ojale. Offline with his 3. Mavericks leading by 4. Wright looking around. Here's Doncic. And that one goes long.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
On when you see that step back 3, Clark, for Doncic. Shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Semi Ojeleye. Outside Curry. Over Walker.
He ain't that
Curry gets the bucket.
He's not that one.
Curry's got 13.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Offensive rebound.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Dallas leading by 6. A wide open look here for Wright, and a miss there on the triple. The dish to Walker. And it's blocked.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Dallas up by 6. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Walker and Smart, the guards. Daniel Tice out there with Tatum. That's the Boston 5. The fadeaway. And Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Curry. Now here's Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. Outside Curry. From downtown, that's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Celtics trail by 9. Pass to Tatum. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Inside, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Man, can you...
Shooting 1.
Back to Wright. Dallas moving it around. Barea against Walker. Now here's Barea. In the corner, right with it. Clock at 4.
15% covered.
An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Barea. Softly drops in the floater. And now a 12-point Maverick lead.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
It's Smart with the drive. The 3 from Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 23 points for Jason Tatum.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Barea finds Marjanovic. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And that one is off. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Marjanovic. The pass to Brunson.
There we go. Go. Pick
To
up
the
Hayward.
inside. And stolen by Hayward. To the left wing. Here's Walker. It's good.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barea with it. Now defended by Hayward. Barea, the pass to right. Shoots over Walker. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
And here's Barea. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Looking good out there. Hey, let me get a picture. Hey, high five. Come on. Good job, guys. Come on. Hey, man. Hey. All right, let me get a picture, though. Yeah. Come on.
Big game tonight, Che. Grabbing the first double-double of your career. How does it feel?
It's cool. I mean, I'm more focused on winning the game, but yeah, it feels good to put up some numbers.
Is this a new normal for you?
I think so. I know some people might shy away from making predictions like that, but I believe in my talent. And if I'm given the opportunity, I know I can succeed. I've been betting on myself my whole life, so I'm not stopping now.
Thanks, Che. That's it for me.
Anyone else?
No, good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yo, Che, can I grab you for another question?
Yeah, shoot.
You set a new career high in rebounds tonight. Is that kind of old school mentality something you pride yourself on?
It's not old school, Vin. You got to rebound to compete in this league, especially on defensive end. You know this, man.
All right, I got what I need. Thanks, Che.
All good, V-Money.
Yo, what's up, man?
I see you out there doing work.
Come on in. Now, we need to put our heads down and grind if we don't want to have another game like that last one. Now get after it. Let's go! We're getting very little production out of these fast break opportunities. So, we're gonna work on that. I want to spend time cleaning up our transition offense today.
You got it, come on, man.
And one. Yeah, way to get that rock, man. 5 seconds. Hey, get that. Turn it up. Hey, don't forget to come now. Hey, come on, get on. Shoot that, baby.
Way to work! Now let's get started on this next exercise.
Buset banget pala.
Good.
Yelling.
All right, let's move on.
You got it. You got it. Come on. Again.
I got balls. Shot. Don't let him shoot that.
Don't tell me which way to go. You.
Great energy in practice. Don't leave the gym without putting some individual work.
What about some of the new dribbling systems? You mentioned having dual stick dribbling.
Yeah.
What tips can you give to some newcomers to 2K as well as some of the hardcore players?
Yeah, well, I think what we wanted to do with the dribbling system this year is make it so that anybody could pick up the sticks and be successful early on. You can kind of get by with just the left stick. You can get simple like stops and snatchbacks by just throwing the stick. But yeah, once you get kind of used to the way your player moves, and there's 27 different dribble styles, you're going to want to try to start to move more of your moves to the right sticks. That's where all the
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. A terrific evening. Look at how it's ended up. It sure is. Thanks, David. Some extra minutes to fill as a pair of players are listed as inactive tonight due to injury.
And with John Wall, 2 players injured.
Rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding.
You did, but you
what
found
we know
I see it.
unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
Go. Alien, go.
Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And we can't forget his dominance on defense, guys. His shot blocking altered the entire game.
Boston trailing. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And Bryant kicks to Thomas. That's tipped. Outside, Smart. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Washington's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Marcus Smart's game, right? Just because you make contact with him doesn't mean he's not going to finish.
Bryant dishes to Beal.
Wow.
Banked in off the glass. Beal's got the game tied up here for the Wizards. The Celtics have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Back to Smart. Another shot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Jimmy Ojeleye comes in for Tatum. Murray's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Wanamaker. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside for Beal. Cans it from downtown. Beal's got 9 points.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Here's Beal. Rebounded by the Celtics. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought, Greg, the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line. You know, one of the biggest issues for the Wizards, obviously, has been their defense. I think part of that comes from not having the kind of rim protectors you need. They haven't been able to stay healthy there. But I think a bigger portion, guys, is simply a lack of effort.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the lack of effort on defense, Doris, it's been a big problem in Washington.
Well, it's resulted, Kevin, in the team being second to last in points allowed last season. I don't think there's enough urgency and pressure from any position. And it also shows up in their rebounding numbers, Kev. There's a lot of things to be addressed here.
Wanamaker the pass to Ojeleye. Back to Wanamaker. Here's Ojeleye. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. A reverse. Right wing. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Celtics have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Still be frustrated. The way to get better is keep playing. This year, you know
as
that.
a team hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 2. Mahimi finds Beal. It's rebounded by Tice.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
72% of the.
Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an
48%
interesting
of
debate in
what
a
the
world that has become, because of social media, so
fix
much
that 2K,
smaller.
I
You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Smith kicks to Mahimi. Murray against Beal. Chalk up 2 there. Beal's got 14 points for the game.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Here's Tice. Rebounded by the Wizards. Coming into this, having notched a
oh,
win
that
against
was my
Cleveland in
steal.
the last game.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Smith surveying the D. Now here's Beal, defended by Tice. A second chance effort, down low. Mahimi drops it in.
Well, if you use your strength and your power and a little bit of relentlessness, as John Mahimi does, he cleans up.
Here's Wanamaker, covered by Smith. It's hauled in by Brown.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Poked away. Tice with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And Brown over to help. Pass to Wanamaker. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
What, on Utah? He was a beast, man.
Outside Thomas.
Alright, that's why he's not even white. he might look white. He like for
and
somewhere.
Here's Beal, 14 points for him. Jones dishes to Beal. Another shot. Passes it to Hachimura. 6 on the shot clock. No good. That would have tied it. The Celtics have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Taking a look at the Wizards. Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. Bryant is out there with Jones. And it's Hachimura in at the 3.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the
Put it
rim
on
like
the
that.
thing,
That's your
take it
only
easy.
option. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
No, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on. Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Beal. That shot off. Walker with some nice D. Boston leading by 3. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future. Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Inside. Shoots inside. And the jumper is on the mark. 16 points for him.
Well, the whole vibe is an unselfish nature with this team, and Jason Tatum being a part of that. Pretty pass.
Beal the pass to Hachimura. The kick out to Bryant. And Cantor pulls it down. And Doris for Brooks, he'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
Off target with the close range fadeaway. Here's Hachimura. He has 6.
Ooh, oh, wow.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Wizards making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. The offensive rebound. And the rejection by Mahimi. Walker against Thomas. Mahimi trying to get open. It's good. This game is all even. Thomas got his first points in this one.
Well, Isaiah Thomas is comfortable with company. It doesn't matter if it's a contested shot. He knows how to finish.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Boris, what do you think it's like for a team coming into a new season with a new head coach?
You know what's fascinating to me is each individual organization, Kevin, seems to have their own vernacular, their own verbiage to describe their system. So with a new coach, number one, he's putting in a system. Number two, the guys are trying to familiarize themselves with his language, not only the X's and O's, but how does he communicate it?
And yet, right, that's a good point. The delivery of the message is sometimes as important as the X's and O's.
No doubt.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
Well, don't let the frame fool you. The game is on point. Isaiah Thomas inside, no problem.
Walker finds Hayward. Jacks up a 3. No good there. And it's Washington the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of
get ready for
Boston.
that real shit.
Conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So what you look for in the first game, one, does one team make a statement? And two, how does the other team react to that? Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Cantor, and it's sent back by Bryant. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, with John Wall sidelined for most of the season recovering from injury, the Wizards are going to need new players to step up. One of them that they hope will do so is their first-round pick, Rui Hachimura. Hachimura didn't start playing basketball until he was 13 years old. He was a baseball player. He's the first Japanese-born player to be a first-round pick in the NBA draft. And he only played a little bit in Japan before he went to Gonzaga, where he starred for Mark Few. And now the Wizards are hoping that he can be a star on and off the court in Washington.
And D.A., you and I were talking that Few really had a nice impact on Hachimura. Thanks for the report.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here's Tatum. They get the rebound. Walker against Thomas. Tries yet again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Enes Kanter continues to prove his worth, guys. An outstanding player on the offensive end.
It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Kanter. And Washington making a change.
Yeah, you already bought the BC, right? Didn't you make him for 85 already?
And Cantor drops them both.
Yeah, but you already bought the VC to back on.
Washington's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go
Spino,
down
that's
in the
just
second
maxed out
quarter.
right now.
3 of 6 from downtown. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Beal. No dice from the high post.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Outside, Walker.
Yeah,
This
dude,
one
I
for
think
3.
At least.
Shot, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. Che, both in scoring and rebounding, you're doing very well. I would think you're happy with that production.
Yeah, man, I'm okay with it. In the first few quarters, I was playing in 4th gear. But now, I want to kick it up to 5th or 6th gear. I feel like I get stronger as the game goes on. And I'll be active until final whistle blows on this one, you know?
Well, of course, nobody has more than 3 gears, but we'll see what you do in the second half, guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of a teams deciding to change it up.
It's hard to block.
Walker and Smart, the guard. Daniel Tice out there with Ojala. That's the Boston 5. And he gets the bucket. 23 points for Beal.
Just a great move by Beal. Little shake, little bake right there.
Out to the wing. The pass to Ojala. Second shot opportunity. Washington with the rebound. Mahimi's got 7 rebounds in the game. Round kicks to Smith. Clock at 6. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Wagner can't hit.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Outside, Smart. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Pass to Ojala. Beal against Smart. Shoots over Beal. And the shot falls short this time. Pass to Wagner. From deep. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Wagner's got 5.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
Back to Walker. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside, Beal. Hits the jumper in space. And it's now only a 1-point Boston lead.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
In the corner, Smart with it. To stop the drought. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take.
You still ain't starting.
Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot,
But they told you
the
that?
more
Oh, that's just happening.
possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt.
I remember
Kevin,
last
the
year how they
reality
did.
is for
They
announcers
told you,
and
oh,
for
if you keep
fans,
playing good,
breakneck pace makes it more
I thought they
exciting
were doing
for
the same
us.
thing. Listen.
One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Walker lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint.
Yeah, got the Warriors next too.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, last season there were a couple of glaring deficiencies for the Celtics. I thought they had a problem with shot selection. Too often I thought they settled for pull-up jumpers. They did not exploit their length to get into the paint, nor did they exploit their ability to get to the free throw line. And ultimately that really cost them.
Yeah, we lost.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Bucks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Celtics, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
And with the Celtics last season, Doris, one of the league's lowest rate of free throws attempted and bottom 7 in offensive rebounds.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They had a couple of players coming off of surgeries, knee troubles. Sometimes that can make you hesitant to mix it up on the interior. But, boy, if you want to win, you've got to get to the free throw line and you've got to get to the offensive glass.
Wagner can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league, and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but he makes it like he's still working at doing other shit. He stopped. Don't do that. He sent me a video the other day. He's
looking to get them back on track.
Smart kicks to Ojale.
Him in the damn the work car.
Target from outside. Washington trailing.
Well, you gotta stop bullshitting. You guys don't have no work car.
1:51 left in the third quarter. Smith against Walker. For the lead. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 1.
How about the anticipation by Jan Mahimi, just right on the spot for the putback.
Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
And here's Brown outside. Walker with the rebound. And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Smart dishes to Walker. Back to Smart. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
The Wizards working the ball around now. Smith, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Smart misses. Washington shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Passes to Mahimi. Kicks to Beal. Launches a 3. It's good from long range. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
The pass to Poirier.
Yeah, I just enjoyed it.
Smart on the wing. To the middle. It's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
3 quarters of... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Washington, Thomas and Beal teaming up in the backcourt. Hachimura out there with Mahimi. And it's Bryant in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
And the Wizards with possession. They trail by 1. Ball's not loose. Here's Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Oh, yeah, I did
feeling it out a bit.
Flash dunks.
Here's Hachimura, and he lays it straight in.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Trying to get more, they wouldn't give me more.
Thomas inside, guarded by Walker. Thomas kicks to Mahimi. Walker against Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Hayward against Beal. Hayward is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.